artificial intelligence into healthcare delivery faces several challenges and barriers, which can slow down the adoption of integration into the healthcare delivery system. Challenges in Port Harcourt Metropolis, public hospitals in Port Harcourt face challenges like resource constraints, workforce shortages, and high patient volumes. And this impacts in the service delivery. Technological challenges also limited, such as the availability and the quality. Our AI systems require large, high quality data sets to function accurately, but many healthcare facilities lack standardized and comprehensive data. The integration of artificial intelligence into the healthcare deliveries has several. Next, please. Continue. We have findings. Nurses in public hospitals have varying levels of awareness regarding application of healthcare. While some demonstrated basic knowledge, lack of exposure to AI-driven technologies, highlighting the need to maintain training programs to enhance AI literacy and its potential in clinical settings. Nurses recognize AI's benefits, including efficiency, accuracy, and impact in patient outcome, but also cite challenges such as job security. They feel that in no distant time, their job will be compromised to the AI utilization. These concerns underscore the need for institutional policies and capability building initiatives to address the skepticism and encourage AI integration in healthcare delivery. Next. The study concludes that nurses in public hospitals in Port Harcourt Metropolis have varying levels of awareness regarding AI utilization, while some recognize the benefits, concerns about security, ethics, and system reliability hinder adoption. Nurses' readiness to integrate AI depends on training institutions, support, and trust in AI technologies. Yes. Addressing these challenges through structural education, clear policies, and exposure in AI-driven program will highly enhance nurses' readiness to utilization of AI in the healthcare delivery. Hospitals must prioritize AI training programs, trust-building measures to improve healthcare delivery. Strengthening nurses' confidence in AI facilitates seamless integration, ensures effective and ethical implementation in patient care. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This question.
Okay. Hello, sir. Yeah. Okay. I did. We have. Listen to what. Because this looks like a thesis. That's what I'm talking about. If you follow the format. To follow the journal format and prepare it looks like a thesis. We don't publish it in this form. Yeah, but let's advise them. Let them learn how to write journal articles.
Okay, sir.
following.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'm looking at the title of that one.
Coming here. You're supposed to come and visit. You're supposed to have time.
I didn't prepare myself. I was the 50th person. I was the 50th person. So I didn't know I would be called first. I was the 50th person. They just called me when I was organizing myself.
Yeah, okay, let's look at the.
Can I sit here? Okay. I can sit.
Creating notice awareness of AI. It starts from utilization of AI. Utilization of AI. Why did it follow?
Okay, sir.
Utilization of AI in Nigeria
Sir, take it again, please. Utilization
utilization of AI
healthcare.
healthcare delivery at public hospitals by nurses, depth and assessment.
At hospitals, not to public.
It's there now.
Okay.
Let's take the song name first. Oma. Manda S. Then the other one is LHE comfort. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to start with the title of the paper. No, now. Don't do a small introduction about the paper. And then go on. We need to correct this thing at other level. I don't know how. Look at the first one there. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
That is access. The access. You can't quantify that with some. That's where I don't like. Hi, no. It's not reasonable. Quantify it. 50% of the people, 20%, 30%, 40%, let us know. Not some, not high, not low. No, now. How do you measure some? Everybody should take it. Just like that. Let's have a work measure it. 10%, 30% of all that. Not some, not high, not low, not moderate. Convert it to percentage. Let us know. Yeah,
Yes,
Thank you, sir.
your presentation. I'm looking at 30 parts that from the started adults to the body here. So that we go start the body and let
who else? Who else has something?
Yeah, sample size. How many hospitals do you use? And how many nurses do you interact with?
Sir, it's 3 hospitals
How many hospitals?
within the Port Harcourt
Only 3
metropolis.
hospitals in Port Harcourt.
Within the Port Harcourt metropolis.
Why is it?
Public
Only
hospital.
public.
Only public
Okay,
hospitals.
what are the number of nurses? Because why I'm asking, what I just said is quantified. If you
Yes,
don't know the number of nurses you interacted with, how will you quantify?
I will do that.
Check if
Yeah.
it's not there, maybe AI can incorporate it in the work.
Okay, sir. I'll do that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Any more questions? Contributions to what you just made? Yes, I noticed that
Findings. Yes.
That's why he's saying there are no results. No results.
The findings are supposed to be based on the
Findings depends on
Results.
your results.
See the results.
That's not come and give us. He said only 3 hospitals. That is not enough. Madam, look at me.
Yes, sir.
We are bringing this to our children. I will not accept it. You're presenting, you're visiting only 3 hospitals, and you don't know the number of nurses you gave the questionnaire.
It's because of the topic. He said in Port Harcourt
But
metropolis.
Harcourt Metropolis is very wide for you to visit only 3 hospitals. How did you choose?
Even
How
if
did you
she,
choose?
even if she visited only 3. Now, in UPPH, how many nurses do you see? What is the
looked at
percentage?
it. Yeah.
In the other place, how many? What's the percentage? Let's have the table, the results.
I'll put them.
So you have to
No
add all
results.
those that. Okay, if you went to BMA, you went to which other hospital?
Message. UPTH and
Okay, so
no.
If we don't have the data for teaching hospital, for instance, say teaching hospital, 20% of nurses. But no data, nothing.
It will be inputted.
Take notes.
Yes, I have. Yes, yes.
Please, will you read out our
Yes, sir.
answers to this? Are we accepting?
Major correction.
Legal correction.
Yes.
Thank you, please. Approve.
Thank you.
since we nominated Wahab for the time of this year. So let's have Josiah.
Sorry. I'll give it to her. I'll give it.
And this problem needs to be worked upon to ensure that every parent, or as the case may be, whoever has gone through the work
Oh, my God. Sorry.
So this theory is second. Theory of progression principle states that every one needs actually, like the sector where we are, you can actually be free of your as the next slide, please. Next slide, please. So for the conceptual framework, here we already know that Nigeria has 36 states and 776 local governments. But this payroll system, if we go through the grassroots, which is the local government, we will find out that if the database and everything needed is being done judiciously, then the country at large will no longer experience this. The benefits of payroll. What are the benefits of payroll? Like I highlighted here, we have there will be easy calculation. We would compute our pay slips without difficulty, and whatever tax that will be given will be automated. And we know when they are automated, they bring swift and reliable results. Next slide, please. What are the downsides of payroll system? Data security breaches, cyber security and fraud, limited control to access and quality service. Please, next slide. So which methodology did I use? I used two methodologies, design research methodology and object-oriented analysis and design methodology. Next slide. So in analyzing the system, I used Olatunde and Oyiyi in 2022. They designed this approach that I used in my research work. And it has a three-panel segmentation, the human resource section, the temporary repository of benefits file, and the salary section. Next slide, please. So this is what it looks like. From one stage, it moves to the other, and then to the last section before. Now, next slide, please. So, analysis of the proposed system, of my proposed system. In this proposed system, I will have the input platform, I will have the database platform and the output platform, and all of this will be time conscious. In less than 2 to 3 minutes, the pensioner will have gotten his or her wages, and he will follow through to see what the computation has been like over the years. Please, next slide. So this is what it looks I have already explained the analysis of the proposed system. Next slide. The admin of initializing the system to register, to log in, to compute, and to remit tax. Why the viewer can alterations will not be made from time to time. Next slide, please. So in conclusion, this research work has just been made to curtail the limitations of payroll. Making it automated will reduce the workload, making it seamlessly easy, and making pensioners to get what is due them in due time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Why is the AI component?
Sir, the AI component, I use Java. The AI component in this work is to make it automated. It no longer go through
The
the.
information has to do with AI.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure of that?
Yes, sir.
Have you automated? Have you automated? But even about how we can bring in some AI components. Some of the work, we didn't mention anything AI here. What is the body and the cycle? What is the AI component? Because that's our interest.
Sir, as much as our interest is in the AI component, we should also be aware that if we automate it like that, it can be alterated. We do not want the data to be alterated or changed from time to time. Yes, the data to be changed from time to time. That is why we are coming with a robust system where, from the use case diagram.
Is there no way we can bring in something about AI?
Your suggestion will be needed, sir.
I'm not a computer science. I'm not even an AI specialist. But I'm thinking that going by this conference, artificial intelligence is a major thing. Global and scientific technology innovation. If we must innovate that, people must initiate, bring out, add something. So improve on what it used to be. Then we have to bring in an AI component. All of it, both in the written and the presentation and everything, nothing is said or mentioned about AI.
So I think we recommend that papers that are just purely academic papers will be taken to our doing.
Yes, that's okay. But if she says it wants to,
Also,
let's her add
think about
development of an automated tax and pension remittance system using AI, using artificial intelligence. Let's see how you can bring in aspects of AI into it. That's
It's possible. You can discuss it.
thinking that you structure the paper, you bring in AI component.
AI component.
Thank you.
If you want it to be in the conference,
As a matter of fact, it's
some of our students, they encourage them to bring it in. Papers are not doing that. Going to find that value. Papers can be modified in topic to AI.
thank you very much, sir. It's just like they didn't really know how to answer the questions that we are doing. Did you use any computer programming for this?
Yes, I use.
So what is that computer programming?
I use Java
What
as
I'm
my
saying is
SQL.
that what is that? Is it not an artificial intelligence?
It is.
Huh?
Yes, it
So
is.
why didn't you ask me a question earlier?
It was the way the question came.
You didn't know what you were supposed to ask and answer.
Okay.
So,
Is that okay?
now, if you
Because-
ask for what prof is saying, even in the write-up,
That there should be AI.
Yeah,
artificial
you should have just
intelligence.
included that AI. You used computer programming to be able to answer what you asked.
Yes, I did.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Go straight to the question. Please, any other input? Mr. Chairman,
I think yes, every is problem oriented and will tend to find solution. What is the problem in this paper?
The problem in this paper is the delay. In this particular paper, there are frauds going on in the database system. In the payment of tax and pension, there is delay for there is delay to receive the desired benefits. So there are two problems here. Apart from the fraudulent activities going on in the sector, we also have delayed in retrieving data and the pension benefits.
now, sorry, what are the solutions?
The solutions here are one, to address it from the grassroots, to ensure that everybody every worker, both the worker and those people that will be employed, they go through this work, one, and two, they learn, they come up to date, they profile solutions, they come up to date, and then they will be aware that this thing can be obtainable. If they are aware that it's obtainable as they work, and they would ask their employer of these benefits, where they can be able to access whatever privilege and follow it up to ensure that it's being recorded adequately the way it should. And with that now can know at the long run when it will be given.
Your answer will have been on your AI. You are talking about automated, is it not?
Yes.
What is automated? You will now eliminate frauds.
Yes.
For example, your age, when you kill your age, your retirement ages, when you are due for pension and all this, so no person will tamper with those inside it. That is the essence of what you see how people can modify and put the AI to. That's what Prof has said.
Okay.
All right, please take your hand together.
Thank you.
So, Prof,
Your turn at last. Thank you.
Are we to that?
Did I take time?
My name is Ogundoju Temitayo, of the Department of Human Kinetics, and I'll be presenting a paper titled Artificial Intelligence on Sport Industry, the Role of Exercise Physiology for Physiological Improvement. For us in exercise physiology, when we hear AI, we are very excited. It's not skeptical about the goodies that are inherent in artificial intelligence for us in sport. Whether you are active user or passive user, you agree with me that sport is a multi-million-dollar investment. And by 2032, the projection is that AI in sport will have given an increase of about 30% in revenue. So artificial intelligence, just like every other profession has it, also in sport is helping us. Even though it's capital intensive, we are positioned and well aware that the industry is benefiting from integration when it comes to providing support and unparalleled health training and performance optimization to everybody. All right, the key words here, of course, we need to know what about artificial intelligence. Is a modern way of getting things done faster, easier, and very efficiently. And of course, sport is a way of life for many of people and in correcting health disabilities and improving health as well. All right, so technology advancement has greatly influenced the field of sports science and medicine, bringing about revolution in athletics performance, key innovations such as digital twin and artificial intelligence. For now, for some of us that watch some of these games, you could see the picoseconds which it takes for AI to detect some errors in some decisions that have been made by some referees. And of course, it's going forward. For many of us that are active participants in sport, these days we have wearables, whereby it takes records of your heart rate, heartbeat, blood pressure, and so on, just to tell us in time how you're doing and to mitigate against breakdown in body system. All right, so this we are leveraging on when it comes to AI in sport. All right. All right. Okay, so. All right. So these are the benefits that comes when we talk about AI in sport. Of course, recruiting and scoring, stadium accessibility and security, game strategies, improving officiating, training progress and recovery program, enhanced fans experience, and of course, the game changer in equipment and innovation. These days, there are smart equipment that we use in sport that make it worthwhile for everybody. All right, I'll quickly go to the responsibility that we have as exercise physiologists. Of course, we have a close monitoring of our athletes and, of course, all other sport consumers, and which give us a record time of attending to their needs and giving them the exact prescription of what makes their health to be improved. And, of course, in terms of fitness, we give also that to encourage and to improve them. Measuring and monitoring patients' vital signs, I've already mentioned about that. Of course, educating patients about their injuries and, of course, recovery time. And lastly, teaching patients on how to perform exercise safely and effectively. Okay, so there are benefits to this. And one of such benefits, sorry, next slide, please, thank you. Improve bone and health, muscular fitness, improve joint health, improve ability to maintain body composition and weight status, just to mention but few. Please go to the next slide. Now, I've just spoken about this. And to the next slide, where we suggest for everybody to have equal share of what AI is doing in sports, there comes to be a regulation whereby big industries or big players does not take advantage. But when it comes to AI, data is very, very important. And this can be well manipulated. So government needs to come up with strategies with law that put everybody at check. And this will give us, everyone, both participants, large consumers and middle consumers and low consumers, a benefit to this. And thank you very much for listening.
If you have and you need to analyze our journal articles and so on.
Okay, so.
Look at 1, 2, 3. Look at the third one there. The knowledge engineering review, not italicized. The volume number, not italicized. Why? And it's like that all through.
Noted, sir.
I'm not happy about this one. But these are simple things that you should know now. The referencing style is who is taking notes of what we're talking about?
Yes, the repertoire.
Yes. The referencing style is too poor.
Okay, any other comments?
You see, over the years, AI has been applied to sport over several years. For instance, at the finish, it was difficult to find who was the first, second. Then with AI, it becomes very easy. Now, it's expensive. How do you make AI go down to the drain? You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
All institutions, all accounts where internal sport programs are like ephemeral activities. How do you make it available to them?
All right. Yes, sir. You're quite right. But currently, many people have smartphone on their hands, and that can serve as a line judge, taking a photo finish And of course, that will take out the disparities in selecting the winner at any event. That's one way to do it, sir.
Yeah. Right, let's go to ask the question. Are you?
Sorry, dear.
You will be based on corrections.
All right, sir.
Pointed out.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Please submit the mics to the next person.
Who's the next person?
Yes, yes, sir. Good morning, distinct.
Have you collected the mic?
Yes, it's here. Yes. Good morning, distinguished professors, colleagues, and students. I am Awala Fortune. I'm here to present molecular breeding of Arachis hypogaea using bioinformatic tools. Please, next slide. We want to look at what prompted this particular research. Molecular breeding. What is molecular breeding? Molecular breeding is simply an application of genetic techniques, genetic manipulation to improve specific traits of interest, which encompasses genetic engineering, selection of specific gene of interest, DNA and RNA studies. With the mind of improving the nutritional value of this crop and also improving maybe the agrological traits of the plant. Let's look at the biology of this plant. Arachis hypogaea is simply your peanut, the granite, the popular granite we know. So is there actually an issue with this plant? Why should we delve into the studies of the molecular breeding of this plant? We are all used to the conventional way of planting, most especially when you are looking at traits of interest. You want an improved variety of the plant. So that was what geared up this interest. How do we do it? Certain times when you want to improve the variety of plants, it takes a long period to get the crosses, to get that particular trait of interest. Sometimes you have to back cross and keep crossing. But molecular breeding is the way out. Let's look at the biology of the plant. The peanut, as popularly known, is it belongs to the family Leguminosae. It has a compound leaf, it has a yellow flower. One major characteristic of this plant is that it has geocarpic growth, where the fertilized flower, after being fertilized, comes down and the pod actually grows on the ground. It's a peculiar sign for this particular plant. Let's look at what bioinformatics is, because we are talking about artificial intelligence. So we cannot talk about artificial intelligence without looking at bioinformatics. Bioinformatics, simply put, is an interdisciplinary field that encompasses computer science, Hello? It's not working. It's an interdisciplinary field that encompasses computer science, biology, mathematics, or statistics. Okay, so we actually use the tool, bioinformatic tool, in selecting the traits of interest for this particular species, Laganaria cicererea. The plant's DNA was sourced from Legume Federation in line with the principle of fair data policy, which says that data must be fair and data must be findable, accessible, readable, interpretable. Okay, so in line with that principle. And an analysis of this extracted gene was carried out with the tool found in the Data Federation. Well, first of all, the sequence that was extracted was blasted to confirm that actually is Arachis hypogea. So we blasted it, and that's the gene and the sequence we found when it was blasted in the NCBI database. The next page, please. Yeah. So we looked at the traits of interest. What are the traits of interest? We tried to look at what are those important things. Like every farmer would want a higher pod size, a higher kernel. So we compared it, we looked at it, and we're able to get the intersection where these particular traits are found. And if you are venturing into genetic engineering of this plant, you can just go straight to that gene, excise, and actually put in, instead of spending that number of years trying to crossbreed to get an improved variety of the plant. Please, the next slide. We also looked at the protein content of this plant. We looked at oleic acid and the linoleic acid. We looked at it, and you know, they are very important. They help in the health of humans, and humans also consume it because it's a fatty acid. So it's a fatty acid of interest. We also looked at it and got the specific points that it can be extracted. We did also another analysis looking at the behemic acid versus the pod weight. Because if the farmers actually will show interest in farming plants that have behemic acid. Behemic acid has the capacity of lowering cholesterol. We also looked at the amino acid content of the plant, looking at the triplet of bases of this particular species. We looked at the synthetic arrangement of the plant in space, because you can actually look at the evolution of this plant when you crossbreed with a closely related plant. So we tried crossbreeding with pigeon pea, and we looked at the synthetic relationship in space. This is the result of the blasting in the NCBI database. And we're able to carry out the chloroplast DNA of this plant. Thank you.
Breeding of, what is the common name of that?
Your common granite or peanut. Peanut.
In the title, let's have molecular breeding of groundnut. And in bracket, whose Arachis hypogea there. But not everybody, those who are not in the don't know what Arachis are. Let's have the common name, then in the other name, brackets. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Using bioinformatics.
Two.
Okay?
Okay.
Now, the breeding was for what? Molecular breeding of this is using for what? It's hanging. Why did we decide to breed? For what?
For traits of interest.
What is trait of interest?
The trait of interest we were looking at are majorly the agronomic, the nutritional value, yes. We are looking at yield. We are looking at yield, yes, the nutritional value and the yield, because we did pod per hectare of that particular using their DNA to check.
I'm trying to make it come down. Molecular breeding of granules, Arachis, using bioinformatics for what? For improved protein, for improved nutritional quality, for what? What are we doing it?
Okay.
I'm asking. There must be a reason. So what are we going to put here? For what? For improve the nutritional value or for improve the
For improved, we didn't just end that we did a little of yield and the nutritional
what we
value.
put there.
So I am thinking it should have something to do with yield.
Suppose we say molecular breeding of granite using biofluid for improved or enhanced yield.
Okay,
Or
okay,
improve the yield.
okay.
But this is the yield is improved yield there.
Enhanced yield.
With, nutritional, what is it? For improved yield, okay?
Okay, sir.
That better. So are we are able to get one variety?
We were able, yes, with the because when we talk about molecular, we're actually doing it.
I know what
Yes, yes. So
yeah. What I'm saying is that at the end of it all,
yes,
that
yes,
improve yield now of selection.
yes,
That's why you got
yes. We are.
you do the nutritional composition analysis.
We were able to do that using their DNA. This is the new.
One thing is this, there's a difference between theory and practice. In theory, you were able to substitute, maybe you do a little chocolate here, okay, to get an improved variety. See, no?
Yes.
Now, that's why you think it improves variety. Practically, did you try it? Plant
We have not done trials, sir.
Analysis.
We have,
To make sure that you really have improved yield.
we have not done
So
trial.
how do you confirm?
We have not done trial.
I don't want to ask that question. Because if you look at it, that as if it is something they have done. But most of the things that we're talking about are mostly analysis.
Analysis, just analysis.
You analyze. So you do anyone practically to see you created something to get something.
We have not yet.
Basically analysis. So look at the way you can modify it.
Yeah.
Analysis.
The bioinformatics covers that.
No.
The concept of bioinformatics.
No.
Says,
You look at what you said. If you look at the opening sentence, say molecular breeding is the application of genetic manipulation techniques to improve specific traits in organisms.
which includes.
So what have you manipulated? Did you manipulate
At this point, what we are doing is marker selection.
like an analysis?
Yes, marker. What they call this is marker selection. It's part of molecular analysis.
We know. But
Yes,
you not apply, just like I said.
we have not gotten to that point, sir. That's genetic engineering.
That's what we are just.
Yes, yes.
We are not saying what you're doing is wrong. We are trying to see, capture what you're
It's something you're proposing. Because different method did that work. How we different method did what you had. At the end, you will plant the seed. What that is what I want, what is the result? For this one, we are just manipulating at the end of it. Not try the selected one now, whether there is improved yield or what.
That's to modify. That's to modify.
We do.
Can it be application of artificial intelligence in molecular breeding?
Because when you juggle the yields, that's what you want. At the end of it all, selection comes to select the one that you think has the characteristics you need now. That particular one now, you have to take way of testing whether really what you need work or it didn't work. Now you have not done that. So how do we know? That's what we're talking about. So that particular variety now you selected after the juggling, genetic juggling and all that, you're supposed to plant it, harvest the fruits or whatever, and then do prospect analysis to confirm that there is an improvement over the original one. There's an improvement over the original one. That level has not been important that level. So hardware is actually work.
Is it possible for you to use AI to simulate the outcome? Yes, yes, yes. If you use the AI to simulate, then you get it.
What we did here is more of simulation. We collected the data from a database. Because yes, so yes.
Yeah. But you do not know whether the just juggling now. It's possible at the end of it you get none.
But if you simulate it, and then you maybe have to tell them to give you something, then people can now go and work.
I'm talking because that's
Yeah,
I am there.
Yes. But if she can put that simulation, for you to
If you wait for the things that good for that's and so on, and you just and after selection, then someone is selected to speak. Let's see. Or not.
More of computer family.
Okay, you know what you do? Let me help you. Do what you do. I don't know what your conclusion. Let me look at the conclusion. Potential for crop improvement of this region. This is what you have here. As for potential now. It's just the potential. You are not sure whether the price is down or not the potential that will save you. Then in your recommendation, you have a recommendation that is right now. Maybe
For yeah. Undertaking for genetic engineering.
planted by agronomists. Really, the expectations what we expected to improve and really improved. But we didn't do that. So let me
Thank you, sir.
So where is that? Okay, it is in that one you selected now. Is this the theory? Or do you have something tangible?
Computer science. More of computer science. Giving you the potential that it is.
This level is aimed at solving particular problems. Everything is not the theory. From theory, you go to right. What to your right? It's working out. So you can now so I now have an improved variety of groundnut. Everybody can now come and you can even get a patent for it. You can even get a patent for it. So that's the essence of research. Read the theory and leave it in a level, you haven't solved any problem. You haven't solved any problem. And so we have not achieved the aim of the research. My problem now with this one. Yeah, okay, when you leave it, look at the conclusion you have there as potential. That's what I am looking at now. Myself in a way that it has genetic potential for improving the variety. That's right. Then you must do a suggestion. Suggestion for further studies will be that. That's variety now of planted maybe by agronomists. To confirm that those characteristics you might put it. Yeah, that they are working for our good.
Thank you, sir. Yes, I have done that. Thank you.
We're at the end.
Okay.
I,
We are in the main work. This is just for this presentation. Not the PowerPoint present.
Just notice that when it says
Thank you.
What I'm saying is that's what they are. Not expected anyway.
Thank you.
just in the modification where we were working. Stop here. Yeah. Stop. Academic. Okay, the chronology. It's all right.
Who is the next? Oh, carry. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, Chairman, sir. Good morning, distinguished members of this panel. My name is Orisebemigo Ulori. I'm here to present appraisal of artificial intelligence enhanced radar system for small vessel detection and combating oil theft in the Niger Delta region. Basically, we're looking at a big problem we have in the Niger Delta, which has to do with oil theft, bunkering, criminality in form of piracy. The next slide, please. Criminality in terms of piracy. And the Niger Delta happens to be the hub of activities that is upholding the economy of Nigeria. And the federal government is spending mind-boggling amounts of money for security in the Niger Delta. several billions of naira. And some of us sat and looked at what is happening and looked at the fact that the academia has not been able to come in. Rather, these surveillance contracts are being given to the people we call ex-militants, and they are having their way with mind-boggling amounts of money, while those monies could be channeled into research and do most of the things they are doing. They are doing most of the things they are doing now. They are doing them very, very manually. And we could, in the age of artificial intelligence is very much into play and technology improving, it will be very wrong for us to take the back seat in terms of what is happening in the Niger Delta in terms of criminality. And basically, we looked at, there's an existing framework for surveillance, which we call the FC, Frequency Modulation Continuous Wave, and multiple input, multiple output systems. These systems are very functional. They are about the best frameworks available in terms of radar detection on the sea. But we discovered that in our region, in the Niger Delta region, the criminality is being carried out with very small boats. Those boats, speedboats, if we know speedboats, if you have ever been in a speedboat before on Bonny River, you will discover that the speedboats and the waves of the Bonny River is almost at par. So these radars, when they are out there to detect whatever is happening on the river, it is most likely the radar is detecting the waves and clutter on the river. And most of the criminal, even the boats that are used for bunkering, wooden boats that are used for bunkering, most times they are so small that radars cannot really detect them. So, but we discovered, because it's work in progress, what we're doing is work in progress. We discovered that for now, frequency modulation continuous wave and multiple input output system is about the best. What we are looking at improving on is introducing artificial intelligence into the system such that the data that is gathered, because we know artificial intelligence talks more about data gathered, and we're using the data that has been gathered. We use it for machine learning. We use it for deep learning. And in the process, the data, in being able to detect specifics, comes up. Then we also look at the fact that we introduce our physics, some of our physics into it, which is modulation and a lot of wave detection. Doppler effect, rather. Doppler effect. And Doppler effect basically talks about the moving object in terms of a wave coming in contact with a moving object, an observer point of view, such that if a moving object is moving closer to the radar, definitely the signals will be getting higher. And if it is moving away, definitely it will be fainting away. Basically, we discovered that with the introduction of artificial intelligence into this framework, we are gradually getting data such that it can be now easy from a vessel, a big vessel, of course, a big vessel with these systems on them. We can now detect small boats that are approaching. We can also detect speedboats. We can, even in the night or whenever, instead of the manual system that is into play right now. So these are basically what it's supposed to do: automatic target recognition, clutter suppression, anomaly detection, sensor fusion, and these are basically the components that work with the system: the transmitter, the antenna, the receiver, and the display units. The frequency bands basically use as the X band, 9 gigahertz. And this the topology of the systems. And summarily, we want to leverage on the fact that AI is what is being used all over the world, and it involves big data. And basically, the data for enhancing FMCW and MIMO systems is already in place such that it could be used specifically, because the problem we have most times is that we don't localize technology in Nigeria. We see technology somewhere, and this work is basically meant to localize technology for the Niger Delta region. Thank you.
Are we saying that as we talk now,
Yes, sir.
such a device, gadget, powered by AI, not being used by the shipping companies?
It is not.
What I'm saying is aeroplanes can carry, even the ordinary phone we have, carry all these AI gadgets. Are you telling me now, as we are talking now, that getting the whole of the Niger Delta don't have such? I guess what we are saying.
We're not saying they don't have such gadgets. What we are saying is that it is not localized. We're looking at the problem of the Niger Delta is that the boats that are used for criminality, they are very small boats. And what
Of course, in this particular case, we are talking about PDE. We are looking at between space and time in a particular environment. And over the years, the modeling of dynamics like that involves, the use of differential equation like maybe ordinary differential equation or partial differential equation. And in this particular instance, we are using a model that is informed by a partial differential equation. And what does it involve? It involves, the spatial location as well as the time. It has to do with this Sorry, my prof, if I understand. Okay. Okay. Okay, sir. Okay.
Their theories and whatever. Now listen.
Okay, sir.
Since using physics in informed neural networks is a job, I am thinking it will be physics informed neural network, colon, a modeling method, maybe for population dynamic or population dynamic, anything.
Noted, prof, for. Thank you, sir.
But the emphasis is on physics informed neural network.
Yes, sir.
What is how we can use that method now to model population dynamics? Is it not?
No, how we can use that method to solve PDE models of crop.
That's it now.
Okay, sir.
How we can use that method to model PDE or whatever.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
And the important thing is that let physics informed neural network come first.
Noted. Noted.
Huh?
Noted, prof.
Any other comment?
My comment is on the abstract. Your abstract. Just the last sentence, please.
Okay, sir.
That last sentence. Now, your results, what are the results here now? Because we cannot see the results. You did not explain it properly. It's not properly calculated.
Okay.
So what I have here, I said that furthermore, numerical simulations were implemented using the MATLAB ODE45 scheme, which provided insights into the interplay between disease progression. Provided insights. So what are the insights, the results of the insights?
Okay. Like okay, sir. Like the MATLAB, it just as a platform for you to run.
They provided the results. So we are talking about
to run the physics.
What I just explained, what happened?
Okay, like for instance, in the area of disease progression, which we showed in figure 4.1, in the area.
In the population after simulation, that was just explained.
Okay, like in the first case, the first instance, we simulated without recovery, which shows a dynamics of a disease outbreak in an environment whereby initially people will, suffer the disease, the harm of the disease until something is done. Then we talk about the disease recovery. That instance, okay, at a point, just as I said in the presentation, people will take steps, or government or policymakers will take steps to curb the disease, and that will reduce, which was in the second figure of the simulation. Then finally, the third simulation, which has to do with birth and death rate. We also, brought about the interplay that.
Because somebody is a layman, my just
Okay.
When you read the abstract, you should be able to understand what the article is all about.
Okay, Prof. Noted for betterment, sir.
To explain properly.
Thank you. It's okay, sir. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, this is my friend. Do make I go now. Make I take a bow. My friend, make I take a bow, go now.
Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Sit down.
Sorry, sir.
All the things he's saying about hearing disease control, epidemics, outbreak, and all that sort of things, it's not relating it directly to population.
Yeah, that's exactly where you are right.
Okay.
At this level, research was specific.
Sir.
Now, when you say population dynamics, I don't know what you mean.
Okay, sir.
I've had you mention disease, other epidemics and all that. Can we use this model now to measure every aspect of population dynamics?
So, like disease spread, what is population? Disease spread is in a population. So that is a population dynamics.
Can we model
Yes.
every population dynamic using this method you are talking about?
So the governing equation there, we can use it. Like I said, it's a logistic growth
What I'm saying
method.
is that can't we bring this down to a particular aspect of the population? This address,
Okay.
whatever.
Okay. My understanding. I have noted that. I can say, okay, maybe we put it this way: modeling, PD modeling, neural network, physics informed neural network, a PD modeling of disease spread in a community, something like that. Okay. Thank you, sir. I have noted that, sir.
You are mentioning one particular variable, not all of it. You understand? Because that one is a subset of population dynamics.
It's okay. So, sir.
Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
You said the population dynamic. There are a lot of things here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm talking specific.
Thank you so much, Prof.
Chairman, let's modify so that when it's publishing, we know how to assess. What are the modifications you should do? Modification.
Please, Byro. Sorry. Byro, please. Sorry, sir. Byro. Oh, thank you.
PINN.
A PDE modeling method of population dynamics. Well, they will not change. They will now add something. No longer
Not
population dynamics.
disease spread.
Maybe disease spread in the community. The specific.
Okay.
Hold on, let me finish.
Please, sir. Sorry, sir. You mentioned something on the abstract. What should I do, sir?
We elaborate the result. And we want to explain it so that somebody can.
Okay, sir. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
somebody has a question there.
I was trying to ask, he is talking about physics informed neural network. So,
Yes, sir.
we have artificial neural network. So, this your physics informed neural network. How does it differ from the artificial neural network? And that's my first question. My second question is, like Prof highlighted before, if you talk about population dynamics, what constitutes your data collection, which you use in simulating this you are doing?
Okay, thank you. When you say artificial neural network, whether you call it machine learning, all of them are in scientific machine learning. So physics-informed neural network is just an aspect, but this particular one is specific to solving PD systems. There are ordinary differential systems. There are, we can use maybe stochastic differential equation to solve system, but PD for partial differential equation, which takes care of the spatial domain as well as the time. But if you look at the ordinary differential equation, it's only talk about the change over time. No, it does not consider the spatial distinct. So for us to solve that, the physics-informed neural network is the one that is appropriate, sir. There are other methods that are being developed, and machine learning is still being developed. Okay, how does it the disease?
No, I don't know. You're handling population.
Yes, sir.
And then you're using machine learning to handle it. Now, what data did you use in treating your model? Because you've got to apply your data, train your data.
Yes.
Now, text the data. Now, if you talk about disease in general,
yes, sir.
now machine learning cannot allow you to train all disease symptoms together.
We know that.
Because disease symptoms have their own classification.
Yes, sir.
So what disease symptoms did you use to train your model and text the model? And what ratio did you use for training and did you use for testing?
Okay, thank you so much. Now, if you look at the specific objective that I noted, the goal of the work is to use the method
With all
of
these things, you are asking for something that is not there, and you are asking them that's not there. That one can easily be taken down by what the chairman mentioned.
okay, sir.
You are talking about competitive dynamics in general, but you are talking about
Complicate it more. The question, to somebody asks a question is saying that if to use diseases at all, even not okay.
because
Can we use a particular disease?
No, I'm not using disease as a whole.
What disease are you using?
I'm using a model, a PDA model that models a disease. And I'm using a method to solve that PDA. And I hypothesize by dividing in line with physics-informed neural network into neurons, 20 neurons.
Is there no way we can mention a particular disease?
Like any disease, for instance, let's see a simple, like I mentioned, in this case, cholera, which follows a simple logistical, model. If we use that, like what the simulation shows, let's suppose that those neurons that we generated, the data that we generated, and we now train those data and predicts those outcomes based on the adjustment that we make on the parameter values. That is exactly what we get. And in conclusion, I want to say that the model is supposed to
That's exactly what you.
no, what I did is exactly just to amplify the methodology.
Modify that in line with that now.
Okay, sir.
That particular disease.
Okay, sir.
You cannot put all diseases
Okay, so
together.
we include cholera. Then I can get cholera data. I hope you're understanding. Then I will now train the cholera data. I get the deviation and so on and so forth. Okay. Thank you. I agree with that. I agree. Thank you, sir. All right, sir. Yes, I note. It's okay, sir. This is my friend. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the information. But that's not the objective, bro. The way you are doing, sir. You are the one.
Mr. Lebari, Mbappe, good day.
You are the one. Can we go?
Good day, Prof. Please permit me to stand on the existing protocol. The topic here says, navigating the AI value chain, a comprehensive guide to productization, risk mitigation, and the experimental stop. Next slide. AI productization involves turning AI research into a solution that can help businesses to make an informed decision. And in doing that, it also comes with risks and also system malfunction. Next slide. Objectives of AI productization: transform AI solution into marketable products. In doing that, identify and mitigate the risks, ensure robust data governance, foster cross-functional collaboration, and encourage experimentations and continuous improvement. Next slide. Benefits of AI productization. These are the benefits. Data democratization, making data available to the right people. Foster decision making and improve efficiency. Scalability and market adaptability. Enhance insight for business innovations. Risks of productizing AI. We talk of concept drift. It means that data changes over time. When you collect a data, it changes over time. And because of that, it reduces model accuracy, loss of resources investment, high cost and potential failures, production system malfunction, that is disruption affecting reliability, legal and reputational risks. Therefore, you must take compliance and ethical concern very serious. Next slide. Risk mitigation strategies. These are the strategies. Implementing flexible model for adaptation. In doing that, strengthen data governance and security. Develop robust testing and experimentation frameworks. Ensure compliance with regulations and ethical standards. Yes, sir. Experimentation stock. Tools and methodology for testing AI models. Help validate hypotheses and optimize performance. Facilitate systematic testing for user experience improvement. Conclusion: to successfully use AI, businesses need a clear plan, good risk management, strong data handling, and ongoing improvement. Thank you. Recommendation: 1. Adopt structured AI productization framework. Invest in strong data governance practices. Foster cross-team collaboration and continuous learning. Implement effective risk management strategy. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Please, sir.
Yeah, I'm there. You know, this computer and mathematics, they have a way of manipulating us. That is not for your recommendation. Your recommendation, who are you ordering? Instructing to do those things.
The essentially computer.
Recommendation. Let's say the computer. Are you going to do this? Recommendation. Ensure strong testing and monitoring. Regulator, who are you asking to test this?
The stakeholders.
So is that the way to do recommendation? Is that the way to write recommendation? Yes or no?
My prof. Notice, I'm here to learn.
That's okay. Implement. Who are you asking to implement? Invest. Who are you asking to invest? Say what people should do. Who should do? The politicians or policy makers should. Computer scientists should. So group of friends should.
Notice, my prof.
Huh?
Notice.
Okay, instructing me.
Thank you, prof.
Any other comment, please? Any other comment?
Any other comment? I want to ask this paper, this paper that is presented, is it a review paper or is it an empirical paper where you conducted research, then have the data tested and then obtain your results?
Thank you very much. It's a review paper.
It's a review. The abstract is
Yes, it's a review paper.
So the abstract is scheduled. We need to look at the title again and tell us that it's a review paper.
All right, sir. All right, prof.
the column to review.
Yeah, there's a column already there. Once we can join those ones, and then put column at the end to review. Now, see how you can join this, remove this column here.
Okay.
Join it.
That's okay.
Join it and at the end, put a review. Navigating the AI evaluation, a comprehensive.
Review. The services are not
You can say an AI-based guide to productization, an AI-based guide to productization, risk mitigation, and the experimental start. Column, then a review. An AI-based guide to productization,
Column, review.
column, then
Review. Okay. Review. Noted, sir. Taking. Prof.
You want to publish?
Yes.
In the reference, I saw a call. So I'm sure that all is a call. The lights on this also.
Okay.
That's the first one. A total should not be there.
Noted, Prof. Noted. Regards.
So this is references.
Reference. Yes, Prof.
Okay.
Any more questions? Contribution? Yes.
He said his paper is review paper. So for opinion paper, the recommendation is not made. I saw recommendation. Yes.
I'll give them lots of them, no problem. Yes.
Recommend.
Is that okay?
All right. No state.
All right. Put your hands together for him for the first paper presentation. We actually have the second paper. He's going to present as well. And I think you're ready for the second.
Yeah, yeah.
No, let him take another person. Let him rest.
Let him take it. Put it on,
All these ones are not there.
yes, one present. Is anybody
I need to go there to meet up.
why didn't you have something from this is what you're looking for?
Okay. Review. Okay. Maybe that will be next. Next.
And AC. Valentine.
Are you moved? Yes, I'm presented. Yes, sir.
Opposite. Opposite Mango and the
One go. Yes.
Guru. 67. 67. What's your name?
This one.
Are you Abasi? No, then Rena, Sapute, and Nora. Mohammed. Olowu Clifford.
What do you want? So it's only
Didia. Okay, Didia and Ekpete.
Didia and Ekpete. Is it you? Okay, the other side.
No, that's our deal now. But Didier, who is Didier?
I don't know.
So how many are you doing now?
The only one that
It's only the two. Him and then this
came
other
and
one.
live at the second one. We try first. It's a thing, only one, only six.
Yeah, that's
That's a big deal.
Yeah, me too.
That's Wookie.
okay.
Wookie Abia and Wookie. Wookie and Wookie. What's the difference?
Wookie and Wookie.
Wookie and
Give me one.
Wookie and Wookie.
Good morning, my lecturers, my colleagues.
You want to be on this on your garden notebook or that's
My name is Muki Hope Chinedu. I'm here to present a paper on the
No,
topic.
we are not the bedroom.
wait, there's slide, please. Slide. It's not there.
Why did you turn it upside down?
It was someone that hooked it for me. Okay.
Okay.
Good morning, my lecturers. Good morning, my colleagues. My name is Muki Hope Chinedu. I'm here to present a paper on the topic Analysis and Health Risk Assessment of Pesticide Residues in Soil and Cassava Tuber in Omayago Eche, Rivers State. The growing population and the growing food demand has put agriculture into pressure. This has raised a question if sustainable agricultural methods will be enough to produce enough food for the future. Pesticide is a chemical substance or biological agent that is used to kill, destroy chemicals, rodents like insects, weeds. Application of pesticide in Omayago farmland has played a crucial role when it comes to special distribution of these chemicals into the system, which may percolate into the soil and remain toxic. The aim and objective.
Who is controlling the slide now?
The aim of this work is to analyze and assess the health risk of pesticide residues in soil and cassava tuber in Omayago Eche. And the objective one is to determine the pesticide concentration in the soil of selected farmland. Two, to determine the pesticide concentration in cassava tuber, and to assess the contamination factor and its pollution load index in the selected cassava tuber and soil. Methodology. Okay, collection of sample. The cassava sample will be gathered from different farmland with a hand glove. Then it will be transferred into a polythene bag labeled accordingly. In soil collection of soil sample, the soil sample will be collected within
Will be collected or collected.
yes, I've done the work. Was collected within the depth of 2 to 5 centimeter depth, and it was stored in a polythene bag for further study. Preparation of soil. The first sample, cassava tuber, was peeled, washed, and ground into powdered form to obtain a uniform molecular size. It will be stored for further study. The soil sample will also be dried using hot air oven.
Tell us you have done the work. Don't be will.
Okay, the soil sample was dried to remove water molecule. Then it was stored on a polythene bag for study. Then the extraction of the.
Tell us your results.
Okay, next slide. Okay, no, the first one. No, the first one. No.
After this.
Okay, the result, the mean concentration of this pesticide in soil, as you can see, these are on characterization, these are different parameters on the GC analysis. And on analysis, we found out that this beta BHC has a percentage of 3.86. Now, if you compare with WHO standard, it was above the maximum residue limit. The alpha BSC was not detected. So when compared also, it's safe. In Andrin also shows 2.77%, which is above the WHO standard. The results, the next slide.
The one on the right is.
This is the yes. The next slide. Now, if you no for cassava, this is for soil. Okay, this is for cassava. If you see from the first one, the percentage for BHC, beta BHC, was more than this, and the cassava was able to take up this 0.56% from on analysis. So it also exceeds the WHO standard for pesticide residues. And then also, if you look at it for soy, we saw that it was 2.77, and on percentage uptake in cassava, it was able to take 0.85% of it from the soil. And also compared to the WHO standard, it was above the maximum residue limit. In conclusion, these are the results. In conclusion, from the result of STEM, various pesticides have shown percentage uptake of this metal. However, there is need to discontinue the use of this pesticide. And the OCP detected were also above the maximum residue limit present in the soy and cassava tuber. In recommendation, it is therefore advised that the farmer or the farmers should discontinue from the use of this synthetic chemical, and they should go back to the manual use of agricultural means. Thank you very much.
Yeah, okay. The work has no icon for it, so it should be recommended for the other. Apart from that, your grammar is bad. Everywhere. People are where you have to use right where now. You right where. That is it's a generational issue. All of them, that's what they write. You want to write W-E and where, right where. So your grammar is bad, and then your references bad too. Volume numbers when qualified and all that. So you have to revisit with the references time. Then the paper is for the other journal. Sorry, I think before he goes, Prof, I was looking at the high percentage of those chemicals there because they are very dangerous to health. Is it not good that the village should be made aware? Check his recommendation. I don't know that. Because you should make sure the people know what is here.
Yes, sir. The recommendation is there. Yes, sir.
You recommended it?
Yes, sir.
Not only recommended, but make sure that you get to the people. What did you recommend?
That they should discontinue use from this chemical.
Because of the
high percentage of chemicals in the soil. That's recommendation.
Which page?
Recommendation.
Based on the final minimal use of chemicals. Then you need to edit your work properly.
You work with you.
Okay, sir.
You work with you.
I work with Dr. Ima Bright. Dr. Ima Bright. Ima Bright. Okay.
She's from a GSA?
No, Kwaibo. No. She's my supervisor. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Just hold on.
Okay, sir.
You're used to it, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Look at the title page.
Okay.
Since this is a conference presentation, it's good for us to guide you.
Okay, sir.
Postgraduate school measures actually national education. Examiner, this is not a seminar. You remove that postgraduate school. It's supposed to be a paper presentation on your topic by your name in the 6th Annual International Conference of Faculty of Natural and Applied Sciences. So next time when you attend a conference, you know how to title your page very well.
Okay, sir.
That's why
Thank you, sir.
I want initially that they should follow the should have the format.
The next time we should.
Let's go look at the format of the journal.
Maybe next suggestion so that next time let it be online as they are selling them.
Okay, sir.
So what are assessment, evaluation,
Okay, sir. Help me with the pen. Help me with the pen. Sir, I'm coming. Yes, ma'am, sir. Okay, sir.
Concentration for high risk.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon once again. Still standing on the existing protocol. The title of my paper is AI-driven crime pattern, prediction and resident selection analysis. You know, crime is everywhere, ranging from kidnapping, robbery, sexual thefts, and offense. Crime is an art that is against the law. Crime can lead to grave loss, life, and even death. So the issue of crime should not be taken with levity. And so in this work, we use random forest algorithm to predict crime occurrence. All right. And from our simulation, from this chart on the board here, we have location. So when choosing where to buy, if you want to buy land, the location, you have to consider where you are buying the land, or when you want to rent a house. Location, sex, year, population, day of the week. You know, there are crime. For example, in my house, Monday to Saturday, they know that at least somebody must be in the house. But especially on Sunday, they know that all of us must move to the church. So it's likely that your house can be buckled. Now, income, you have to consider the people that are living around you. That is why some big men, you see them in GRA, because at least you see them, they are almost on the same level in terms of income. Then, police present, type of crime, employment, and level of education. These are factors you must consider, put into consideration before you buy land, before you rent a house. Now, these are the type of crime. You can see that robbery is the highest here, followed by kidnapping, sexual crime, theft. Then the list here is offense. Yeah. So in conclusion, we are saying that AI-driven crime prediction enhances safety and urban planning. Predictive models provide actionable insight for resident selection. Continual model updates and ethical considerations are essential. That's all. Recommendation. This is to the government. To the government, we are saying that they have to integrate AI model into urban planning. And for the law enforcement agencies, this model, they have to adopt it. Because the role of a police is to secure the citizen. And also to the government, they have to raise community awareness about crime risks. And finally, ensure ethical AI implementation and data privacy. Thank you.
You developed this model.
Yes.
Have you tried it? Have you tried it in your house?
Yes, it's still work in progress. I simulate it. So that is why I come out here, so that if it's okay.
It's not okay. I've always told computer science, but my friend is here laughing. I've always told you, these are practical things. If you develop something you think is useful, like, try it out. You have a house.
Yes.
Try it and see whether it will be capable of detecting criminals around. Whether it will be capable of telling you, this place you are building this house is not good, or criminals will always come around. So try it. That will constitute your result. That you have tried this model here. That this is your result. You have not tried it.
Sir,
and you are recommending to other people.
Bro, what are the resources? Because if you want...
Can you see? That is useless. That is useless. That is useless. Yes. It's useless. Because even people in the village who don't have money cannot. That is useless. I've always had problems when you develop things like that. Try it out. To see whether it works or not. If it works, beautiful. If it doesn't work, you will begin to think of how to modify, how to make it work.
My prof, I think we have to localize it.
How?
We have to localize it. Bring it to the village. We have to localize it.
You will start from bringing it to your house first.
Yes. Yes, my house is in the village, so I will try and how we can work it to localize it.
What you have, it has no results for this work. You don't get the result though. Because there's no tried it out. You don't know whether it works or not. So no result.
Pardon?
You said the name of the model you are using.
I'm using random forest algorithm. Pardon? That I adapted from.
That you modify. In other words, you developed a new one.
Yeah, for the course of this work, we decided to use a random forest to run the analysis for the simulation.
Are there some models on ground already that are working that you modify?
Well, there might be, but
even if there was any model they modified, it only wants them to the fact that you could have tried it. Whether it's a new one you develop or a modified one, it has to be tried. The outcome of the trial will constitute the result of this work. So it can't be tested, he has not tested it, it cannot be tested. So what are we talking about? For now, not until you try it, until you test it. This one is not recommended though. This one is not recommended. No results.
No results.
Okay, they have not been tested. The model has not been tested. To see whether it will work or not. Until it is tested. And then I'll give the result. If I let him start testing it with his house, in the village.
Right man.
And the topic is not complete, and that doesn't look at it. They are giving crime pattern prediction and actual analysis. Is it crime pattern prediction and residence selection algorithm or model or system. What are you, what do you develop? That topic, well, something is missing in that topic.
Well then, if you want to build work on it, you can go to him, but it's not accepted.
Thank you very much, Prof.
Not recommended.
Your work is very, very powerful.
Okay, so you can improve on it just like that.
Probability. If I didn't throw me to
Lebanon.
I wanted to, before they should tell them, I had to wait.
You start with them so that you work.
One of the things people pay for in housing is safety. And if somebody can predict the safety level,
Chairman, we are done now. No other presenter.
you need to really
Chairman,
No other presenter. So, okay now. And then I'll give you the reason.
Welcome, fine.
Yes, sir. That's my Prof.
The grand party.
Actually, I said to go. So that's all this thing for you. Let me call. They are true. No one person. Let me shut down. Sir, what happened? When because I have paper there, and the thing is like, I have 4 papers. So what I can let me not collapse now.
No, they are done with the other side.
Because no, I'm not done it. Now,
They are joining us here.
okay, okay, I will meet them. Okay, yeah.
This person now.
You see, this our computer something. No problem.
Don't even cry. Don't stress your energy.
Our computer work, and I'm okay. Now, Prof talk, so he cannot. If not, he's supposed to say because computer, computer, all this AI. Do you have it in your house? Can you use it in your house? He cannot. He cannot use it. But once we use simulate it, we tried it on the system, it works. We assume that if it's adopted, it will still work. But in the
Super cry. I think my own girl too. I still keep on fast. I know if I know, I could just live this life. I think my own in the farm too.
okay.
Sorry. Yeah, what kind of this go? Good fire for village.
Hallelujah. Okay. Praise. Hello. Hello. Okay. Yes, my name is Olowu Clifford, and I'm here to present an article. No, since okay. Aim and objective. Yeah, the aim of this or the main objectives of this study is to determine the heavy metals of the sediment and biota in Catfish and Omok River, and to determine the phenolic endocrine destructive compounds in sediments and biota in Omok River, to also determine the level of pollution associated with these heavy metals. Some of the heavy metals are lead, iron, cadmium, lead, nickel, zinc, and copper in the sediments and biota. The biota we used was Catfish. To determine the level of pollution associated with phenolic endocrine destructive compound sediments in Catfish of Omok River using contamination factor and pollution loads index. The samples, collection of samples, total of 16 samples were collected from bags and sent to the lab for further studies. The sample collection, a total of 20 fishes were collected, and they were used to investigate the concentration of heavy metals in those fishes to see how polluted these heavy metals have entered these fishes. Then the rivers that were analyzed were 4 rivers were analyzed in different areas, and the samples were collected from these 4 rivers in different areas. The results shown in the heavy metals in the sediment, results shown in the heavy metals in the sediment as compared with WHO. You can see that in River 2 and River 3, the sediment was concentrated, heavily concentrated with iron, heavily concentrated with iron, and cadmium also. River 3 was also contaminated, and lead, zinc, copper, and so on. The results in heavy metal results in Catfish. Sir, in Catfish, as compared with that of WHO, iron and zinc were also shown to be very concentrated in River 3 and River 2 as regards the heavy metals in Catfish. And that of the phenolic endocrine destructive compounds. Phenolic endocrine destructive compounds. Yes, we have the bisphenol, the noliphenol, the octiphenol, and the cuminiphenol. These are the phenolic and destructive compounds that were analyzed. And it's shown that in River 1 and River 3, River 1 and River 3 was highly concentrated. Now let's go to result and discussion. The result for sediment samples revealed that the highest concentration of nickel, zinc, copper at the River 4, which is Onosu Mudina, as 2 points, that and that. For fish samples, the highest mean concentration of that also reported that River 2 and River 3 was highly concentrated. And the level of contamination in this study could be associated with industrial waste discharge, fertilizer products, and runoff waters in the communities. Next one. The endocrine, in conclusion, there was general variation in the concentration of heavy metals across different location samples in the river. The sediment recorded high concentration of heavy metals than the Catfish in all sampled locations. The phenolic endocrine destructive compounds in sediments and Catfish in Omok River were the bisphenol, noliphenol, and the rest of them. The contamination factor of cadmium, lead, and nickel was observed to be severely polluted, and lead was moderately polluted, whereas zinc and copper was classified as non-polluted. Thank you.
You know, from Omok, so are you saying
Yes,
that you know English from Omok?
Yes.
Yeah, who you know?
Most of it's
He has been eating for ages.
You know, it's
Now, let's quickly take it. Pollution assessment studies of endocrine disruptive compounds. It's not endocrine disruptive.
Okay.
Endocrine function disruptive compound.
Endocrine function.
Yes.
Okay.
What it is?
disrupting the function of the endocrine, is it not?
Yes, sir.
So this helps to separate endocrine and function. Endocrine function. Disruptive compound.
Okay.
Can you name one endocrine? Just name some endocrine function disruptive compound.
The bisphenol, the bisphenol, and the noliphenol, and the octaphenol. These are the three that we are.
Now look at the objectives.
Okay.
Look at the objectives. What was correct?
Okay, sir.
Are you there?
Yes, sir.
If those metals, iron, cadmium, lead, are they endocrine disruptive compounds? No. So why are you looking for them? That shouldn't be part of this objective for this one. Our interest is on endocrine function disruptive compounds.
And heavy metals too. I also analyze that of heavy metal. Okay, sir.
Look at the title of your work.
Okay.
Heavy metals, sediment. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's see. To determine phenolic endocrine disruptive compounds, the compounds, they don't have names.
Okay.
Phenolic endocrine disruption compounds, they don't have names because I'm seeing something, you have listed something here in the abstract.
Yes, sir.
I'm seeing but this phenol, the BPA, LP, PO, CP, can you see them?
Yes, sir.
These are the endocrine function disruptive compounds.
Yes.
Those are the things that you have in your objectives.
Okay.
Those are the things you have to have. Objective number 2 can be the first one. Objective number 2. These students use them as your
As
objective.
objectives.
Those are the things we are looking for.
Okay, sir.
The title is clear. Endocrine function disruptive compound. So you go for them. That's all. You go for them, and then the heavy metals. So go and look for those compounds, make them your objectives, okay?
Okay,
That's
sir.
all.
Okay, so on your paper to also
Determine the level of
want you to be an architect there.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what it is there. Take the heavy metals,
Sorry.
then use the other ones as objectives, eh?
Okay, sir.
Those disruptive compounds.
Okay,
Use them as objective. That's all. And then there's no AI component, so you should go for the other journal.
If you publish in the faculty journal, or see your supervisor.
Okay.
That can modify and what an article should be.
Okay.
But the way it is written here is not proper.
No problem.
You should guide it properly.
Okay, sir. Mbana, sir. Madi.
Right.
Any other questions, please?
They have been on the program.
Yes.
Any more questions?
Professor Ike. Okay, physics department.
So we'll ask our chairman of this panel to make a comment, and then we'll round up.
Then those. Do I need those?
Those whose topics do not have AI components, go to the public to the other faculties or do your corrections.
It's needed.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you are finished.
I'm finished, I'm not finished.
I want your comment to be.
Am I a pastor?
Not where? You are a pastor of your family. All right. I think we have come to the end of this our presentation. Sir?
Yeah.
Okay. I think there's no need of.
We are done.
Yes. We are done.